Shabbat Shalom. So again, I got another 18 minutes to record this. Um, it's the Sabbath. I already supposed to be doing this, but I just finished watching For Life, season 2, episode 7, and it's touching on the whole pandemic and the Black Lives Matter movement from last year. Um, now it was a very emotional episode for me because of the fact that it involved black men, and this was coming from a perspective of a suburban community. Now, I made a video earlier about who I really am, and now that was very aggressive, being that it's the Sabbath, and I just finished watching this video. I felt it necessary for me to re-record another one, uh, talking about who was Keon Grayson. Now that, in fact, was true. Everything I said on that one was not a lie. But also, I forgot to leave some things out, and I forgot to say uncle. So sorry for my niece and nephew for that one. But I also am. I'm a black man. Had to yell at my dog for a second there. But I'm a black man. I am, and I said that. But that doesn't define me as a person. But what does define me is the fact that I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in a community that was broken, in a family that was broken, but along with grandparents and that were strong and into God, and a slew of family members. Although I didn't have a father figure in the household, I didn't have a father in the household. I had everything else but a father. I had an auntie, an uncle, a mom, a grandma, a granddaddy, a sister, brothers, a cousin, and I don't take that for granted because it made me. But I also grew up in a community which I actually try my best to give back, and I actually have raps, and I forgot to say I'm a rapper as well, and a poet, amongst many other things. But the thing is that it was that community that made me strong, for the good and the bad, for the drugs, for the killing, for the shooting, but for the teachers, the preachers, the churches, the neighbors. So I had already always said that I was going to give back, and I did become a councilman from my community, but I still don't feel like I gave back. Why? Because it's still out there. And I'm even wrong because I participated in the same thing I knew was bad since I was a child. And I became the same thing. And I walked the line, and I straddled on both sides of the line. But as I've been saying with my whole sobriety, I'm making this so I can hold myself accountable. But now I'm making this video so I can hold myself accountable to myself and to everyone else. Because of the fact that I still haven't saved my community, and that's what hurts me so much. But at the same time, we have to save ourselves. Yes, it's a lot of racism out there. It's a lot of things that goes on that we have no control over. Me myself, when I was a child, I think I was like 12 years old. Me, my sister, her boyfriend, and our friend, we was all at the store, and they came and got us, and they said that somebody called the police on us, saying that it was people hanging out at the store. This is the same store I go to now, which they laugh and we speak Spanish together, and they talk English, and we try to do our Spanglish together. The same store that I grew up at when I was a child, that they knew me the same way they know now. But we walked out that store, and they said that someone said that it was some kids who was trying to do something at the store, and they got us. But what happened was they allowed us to go. Well, let my sister and my friend go, but kept me and her boyfriend. And then they held us, saying that we were breaking curfew. But the crazy thing is, when they let us go, my sister and my friend went back to my mom and her boyfriend, and they jumped in the car and went down to the police station because they thought that we had been arrested. They arrived at the police station prior to the curfew, so-called. So what they did was held us and they dropped us off after the curfew. That was my first encounter with the police. Ever since then, I have always resented them. The institution, that is, not the people. Because I love everybody, even the ones who do stupid stuff like that. So to say that I don't understand what goes on would be a huge, huge, huge misstatement. I've been arrested 8 times. Some, yeah, it was on me. I even went down on purpose just to prove a point. Some because I did dumb things, but most of the time it's because I was being harassed as a black man. As a councilman, I got arrested. Yes, I did. After being attacked. I don't know if you guys see that little bump right there. I was hit in the face with a rock, a stone actually. Bleeding out the eye. Police came on scene and they came after me. So, for anybody out there who might say I'm an Uncle Tom or whatever else you might want to say that I'm a sellout or I just don't get it, you don't get it. Because you ain't been there. Most of y'all have left. I know, I'm still here. I still walk these streets. I still catch these buses. I still get harassed. I still go to jail. But I still participate. I still believe in God. I still serve my community. So before anybody thinks to judge me, y'all better make sure y'all know who y'all talking to, because I am the one. So when I said that on the last video that I am the realest nigga living, I truly believe it, because guess what? I'm still on these streets. And I've done good and I've done bad. And I've suffered good and I've suffered bad. But what I haven't done is what I said I was going to do when I was a child. I was going to come back for you guys. And you know what? I'm coming back for you all. But y'all got to do me a favor. Y'all got to stop this. Y'all got to cut this nonsense out. All this promoting the coke and the crack cocaine and making money and selling your people poisons and singing them songs on how you came up, but then we supposed to be brothers. That I'm always talk trash about, because y'all ain't about what y'all talk about. Y'all call each other brothers and black people this and black people that, but y'all ain't about black people. You're not. Because I'm out here on these streets, and most of y'all who's talking about that, y'all not on these streets. Y'all aren't in these crack houses. Y'all are not hanging out on the corner. And you can ask the corner boys, they know me. They see that car, they know that car. Whether it's because I'm finna drop something off, I'm finna go get something, I'm finna help somebody out because I know the people who there, whatever it might be, they know who I am. But most people who talking that stuff on songs, y'all not about that life, and I'm calling y'all out. And most of y'all who saying black people this, y'all ain't even about black people either, because y'all selling that poison and promoting the bullshit to them. Yes, I know it's the Sabbath. God forgive me for what I'm saying, but I'm calling that as is, and he know who his child is. He know who his son is, and he know how he made me. And he understands. So, what I'm saying is that I am coming back for you. That's my purpose. It always has been my purpose, and I forget, but not just for blacks. No. I thought I was going to say that. Because I'm not going to promote the same thing that we're talking about. We're going to fight against racism. Only reason we call each other black is they call us that. We didn't like each other in Africa, and so they made us get along. And we still don't get along because we still destroy each other. We don't even know who we are. We are the children. We are the lost tribes. We don't even know that. We're the Jews. But we don't know it. We lost. We think we're Egypt. We always pretending back to Egypt. Still lost. Some of us are Egyptians. Bottom line is, if y'all really want to better yourself, y'all going to have to do better. Y'all going to have to act better. Y'all going to have to promote better. Y'all going to have to walk better. Y'all going to have to live better. All y'all want to claim Tupac, but Tupac didn't. That was my pops. Tupac was not about this nonsense. He was about the embedment. He put his life on line for them. He seen somebody doing injustice to a black man, 2 off-duty white cops, and you know what he did? He shot them and was acquitted because they was off-duty doing wrong. He was about what he talked about, and he died for what he talked about. Martin Luther King died for what he talked about. Malcolm X died for what he was about. Y'all dying for nonsense. I'm calling y'all out, but I'm going to do it peaceful because I was a little bit aggressive on the last one. But that's who I am. That's who I am. It don't matter if I'm a $1.20, a buck 90, and I've been both and everything in between. I'm still gonna ride, and I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna walk what I talk. And I dare anybody do say anything against it. Try me and see what happens. Because me, I'm really about that. I'm ready to die because I live for the Father. On the Sabbath, I'm saying that. I live for Him. And I know where I'm going after this world. But do you? Y'all got a lot of people out there that I care about and love lost. So I'm coming for all y'all. Every single last one of you. Because it's not a fight against black or white. Pac said that. Tupac said that. It's not about nigga or bitches. He said that too. It's about power and money. But what he forgot to say is about God and the devil. Good and bad. Good versus evil. It's always been that fight since the beginning of time. And it's been a war that's been waged and it's still going on. So I ride for the Father. I ride for the Most High God. So if you're not on the side of the Most High God, I'm sorry, I'm coming for you. Whether you're my brother, my sister, whether you're family, friend, or foe, whether you're a neighbor or authority figure, you choose what side you are on. I am on the side of God. That means I am on the side of good. And if you're not for the Lord, you are against Him. Psalms 139. I'm not sure exactly what verse, but it's the last of the verse of the chapter. It goes, I count your enemies mine. Do I not hate them with all hatred? The Lord's enemies are my enemies. So if you're against the Lord, you're against me. And that's what I want to let my rest of my life for. I've been sitting out here trying to figure out what's my purpose. My purpose is for God, to be one of His soldiers. That's the biggest honor I could ever have. When I was in the military, I got an honorable discharge. When I served as a councilman, they called me honorable. But that gives me no bigger honor than to serve the Lord and be a soldier for Him. In the book of 1 Corinthians, Paul calls himself and his brothers both servants and soldiers. I have been both a servant and a soldier, and I was called honorable both times. Now, I'm going to get the honor of being a servant and a soldier for the Most High God, Abba, my Father, Elohim, El Shaddai, Jehovah Jireh, the most ancient of days, Alpha and Omega. Do you know Him? I am Jah. So that's who I am. I'm a servant and a soldier for the Lord, my King. And that's who I will be until the day I die. So who is Keon Antonio Grayson? A child of the Most High God. God bless you all. Shabbat Shalom.